Donnie B, GotDaBeats.
What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B, got the beats. You know what time it is whenever you hear that sound. We live on the beat, man. I got a special edition, man. You know me. I like to switch things up from time to time. And I got this beat review. We got this beat review, and it's gonna be dope. But I had to partner with my brother over here with the couch. You know, Rez. This is my brother from, you know, like the other.
What up?
You know what
How
I'm
y'all
saying?
feeling? How y'all feeling?
We straight.
Glad to be a part of this. Extremely glad to be a part of this situation right here, man.
Hey, brother, we couldn't do this. We couldn't do this review without you, man. At the end of the day, make sure y'all tune in. This brother got the couch. Hey, man, tell him when it comes on.
Yeah, the couch, man. Every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m., man. Submit your music at the couch, THACOUCH, live music review at gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook at the couch, THA. And you can follow us on IG at The Couch Music Review. Every Monday, 8 to 10, man.
At the end of the day.
It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. And let me tell you something. You know, all my music pedigree comes from the same person that taught both of us. So I trust that man musicality with everything in me, man. Real live. Without further, of course, bro, you already know what time it is, man. You already know. Before we get to the man of the hour, I want to also introduce my brother here, End Quote. This brother is a talented mix engineer, music producer extraordinaire. I met him out in LA. He's a brother of mine too, man. I didn't even know he was in my family. I didn't even know he was hanging out with the homies. And it was like, oh, End Quote be mixing. Man, I had to go to his Facebook page. I'm like, bro, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? But no, he got phenomenal work. He got work all up and down on YouTube. Just released a single that joint got over 100,000 views already. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, End Quote, tell them about yourself, how they can find you, brother.
You can find me at endquotemusic.com. I mix, I produce. I don't have no podcast or anything fancy like that yet. I'm trying to get on y'all's level.
You want it now.
Right, I'm joining part of your show. So, but yeah, I mean, you can find me on endquotemusic.com. Follow my artist, Danny Paul. I'm more the songstress. Shout out to Wise Up Crew, my cousins, Don P on the beat, 59J Breeze, everybody. So I work with all them cats, man. Prophet the Capo. So yeah.
Indeed. And you notice he was talking about cash, but he sit right there in the stew. And all of the musicians, and he the only one in the stew right now. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It's all love. But yeah, make sure y'all highlight that man for the mixes and for the beats, man. He's real live with it. So without further ado, let's get to the man of the hour. I had the pleasure of reviewing this brother and sharing his story. Barbaric Barry, man. This man met him through Military Fresh Network. And his story was extraordinary, man. Like this story alone. Then they press play. And I was just like, oh, okay. It's over. This dude is nice. Like, you know what I mean? His flow is tight. You can feel the passion and what he's talking about, you know, and he does his thing, you know. So definitely he reached out and he was like, yeah, yo, I got these 3 songs, you know, I want you to check out. And I was like, all right, bet. So we made this whole beat review, this inaugural beat review for this man right here to start. And you know, just without further ado, Barbaric Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself and how people can find you, man, real quick.
Yeah, what's up, man? Barbaric Barry. Currently reside in New Jersey. You know, still in the Army. And, I'm like, what, 30, 33 now? I'm getting old. And, you know, I'm here. These 3 acts, you know, I got I reached them a while ago, but I always like to give like what was my thought process behind the track or something like that, because it's more than just me just writing stuff on the paper. Either something to do about life or the type of what was the meaning behind certain lyrics I put behind the track. So I'm here today to explain all that.
Indeed. And that's exactly why we wanted to have on this review. It's more than just playing the music and just saying, it's dope. You know what I mean? We really want to get your thought process on the production and really listen to it and sift through it. Anything else you want to say before we dive in, brother?
No.
I like it. Yeah, you like it. I love it. So without further ado, we'll go with the first song. Matter of fact, what song you want to go with first? You want to go with matter of fact, we'll just do this. We'll go with Selfish. We'll start with that one. How about that? Right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without further ado, we got Barbaric Barry and Selfish. Check this out.
Selfish, 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 selfish. People getting mad, they keep on saying that I'm selfish. They never help me out, so I'm being very selfish. Liquor in my hand, cause I'm being very selfish. Ladies, twerk your booty, cause you acting very selfish. I'm selfish! Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. All the haters keep saying I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. I can really give a fuck, I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. People do not even know. People keep on getting mad cause I'm looking out for me. When I was looking out for them, they wasn't looking out for me. A lot of people mad because I stopped helping their asses out. They looking at me strange, asking questions like what that's about. They only care about themselves and what they really need from you. They only take from you like you donating, keep using you. They wanna ride, they want your money, asking you to feel. They tell me when you decide to stop, they cry and say you acting funny. I ain't no fucking dummy, you acting really bummy. And why you buying expensive shit when you know you owe me money? I used to feel sorry cause I understood the struggle, but me looking out for you is fucking with my hustle. I used to be for the team, but I'm breaking out the huddle cause I was the only one recovering when life fumbled. I noticed it was my fault when parasites took advantage. I took several L's before I transformed to a savage. I learned from my omissions and I dealt with the damage, and I separate myself from the fake and their body language. I'm selfish! Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. All the haters keep saying I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. I can really give a fuck, I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. People do not even know. People keep on getting mad cause I'm looking out for me. When I was looking out for them, they wasn't looking out for me. People getting mad, they keep on saying that I'm selfish. They never help me out, so I'm being very selfish. Liquor in my hand cause I'm being very selfish. Ladies, twerk your booty cause you acting very selfish. I remember I was homeless, didn't hear from anybody. I was waiting for the doctors to sleep in the storage lobby. Eating Dunkin' Donuts was my breakfast in the morning. I always ran into a random store when rain was pouring. Living off my part-time job, we're trying to get some cash and food. Fighting every day to get through suicide, depression moods. Riding engine transit for interviews, trying to bust a move. And literally on an empty stomach, I ain't got shit to lose. I didn't get a call, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My grass wasn't green, so I watered, then I mowed the lawn. Then I got my soldier on, graduate just southern school. Then I made my money long, started bringing revenue. I did it on my own, y'all could bitch whine and groan, or talk me on my back when I don't give you a loan. If you in a bind, don't hit me on my phone. I'm selfish, drinking Captain Morgan, chilling in my zone. I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. All the haters keep saying I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. I can really give a fuck, I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. People do not even know. People keep on getting mad cause I'm looking out for me. When I was looking out for them, they wasn't looking out for me. I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. All the haters keep saying I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. I can really give a fuck, I'm selfish. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Jesus, damn. People do not even know. People keep on getting mad cause I'm looking out for me. When I was looking out for them, they wasn't looking out for me. Selfish, 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 selfish. Instrumental produced by Grizzly Beats.
Selfish. Yeah, that part.
That part.
Hey man, so before we get into the review part of it, Barry, what was your thought process for creating this track?
Yeah, like at a time in my life I met friends and like he was helping them out and stuff like that, and a few of them, like, or one or two of them, like, it's like they're really trying to take advantage of you. So you cut them off to try to manipulate and say, oh, you're being selfish and stuff like that. And what I went through, especially being homeless, like when you come from that point and then you back up on yourself, you just kind of have this I don't care attitude. So like that's why I said selfish in that kind of tone, or just like in a kind of cocky ass tone, like I'm selfish. Like, okay, I mean, I'll own up to that name.
Might as well claim it, huh?
Got to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, look, I love it. I think it's dope. We're gonna get to the review portion of it. I definitely want to speak to the those that's watching. Though, feel free. Put your comments in there. I see the comments is coming in right now. As a matter of fact, let's go, B. All right. Free Life Entertainment was good. Lisa Del Washington, all the way from Washington D.C. What's good, Lisa? How you doing? And, so yeah, so let's get to it. The review aspect, guys. So let's start with songwriting. How do you rate the songwriting, gentlemen? Rez, you start, bro.
I like the songwriting. I think he had something to say as far as the lyrical aspect and involving selfish, like being selfish. He stuck to the title of the song. I think it strayed off one or two times, but I think he brought it back real nice to clean it up, to stick to the topic of the song. So songwriting for me, I'll give it a 4. Only reason why I didn't say 5 is because of the two little speed bumps. But besides that, I say 4 as far as songwriting. It made you listen to what he wanted to say on the next bar or the next line coming up.
Okay. End quote. What you got?
Yeah, I agree. I think the songwriting was pretty solid. The only thing I'll say, I guess this kind of goes along with songwriting. I was anticipating like his flow to change a bit, like kind of draw me in a little more, and I didn't quite get that. So I would give it like I give it like a 3. But I mean, the songwriting was good overall, I guess. But songwriting and delivery kind of go hand in hand because they work together. So for that reason, I would say I give it like a 3.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say I definitely loved it. I thought that your topics, you're speaking from a place, and I guess maybe I'm a little biased because I understand your story, and I think you delivered your story very well. I definitely understand where end quote's coming from. I believe that's the dichotomy in rap these days, where the boom bap people that's heavy with boom bap in New York and in the Northeast, they got a lane the way they go. You know what I mean? We don't do all of that in and out and then changing up the flow and all that extra stuff. We just go at your head and we at your neck real quick. So I totally understand where you at with that. But I understand what end quote is. Being out here in LA, it's like people like to switch up the flow and what I'm saying, give something engaging so it don't get boring. Me, I'm gonna give it a 4. And just because if I give it a 5, it's masterpiece. And I'm not to knock it at all.
Yeah.
But I'm like Simon, so I'm like, masterpiece is like, I mean, God came down himself and delivered the bars, like Jesus bars. You know what I'm saying? So hashtag.
Yeah.
So
no problem.
you know, but nah, you right there with it, you know what I mean? Like right next to Jesus bars, you know. So I give it a 4, a solid 4. So
Yeah.
well, I guess we'll throw that at a 4. We'll put it at a 4 because that's the average. All right.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Technical execution. All right, we'll start with and this is you know, beat, this is flow, this is delivery, this is you know, everything about the technical aspect of the song. End quote. I'll let you start.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I already kind of touched on this with the delivery. But the beat was dope. I liked the beat and everything, and I thought he flowed good on it. So, I mean, I give it a 4. I give him a 4 for technical execution.
Okay. Reds, what you got?
Yeah, I think I would agree. I give him a 4 on the technical execution because, you know, he wrote the beat. The beat was a nice beat. He utilized, you know, certain instrumentations in the beat to, you know, kind of flow on and pitter pat on and dance on the beat a little bit. So that's something I always look for, like a person dancing on the beat a little bit with a nice rhythm. So yeah, I'll give him a 4 as far as technical execution.
Okay. Me, I'm gonna go with the 4 as well. Like I said, you know, outside of being godsend, and it's really straightforward. Me, I'm more I like chord progressions and things like that, or just wicked samples being, you know, from my boom bap in New York, Northeast influence. But you know, the beat was good. It was mixed well. You could hear everything. Everything was clear. It was crispy. Your flow was right there in line. Like I said, I mean, I don't have no marks on your flow, brother. I think you got a real skill at that. So yeah, I give it a 4. So I think right there is you got another 4. So 4 for songwriting, 4 for technical execution. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Production value. What you think as far as just overall? And I think we covered that too. It might be a little redundant with that question. Matter of fact, let's skip that because I think that's a little redundant. How about that? Memorability. Like, is it something that's memorable? Would you say, Rez? What you think?
I think it's memorable because he drove that selfish line in the song a lot, so it made you. The repetition of it made you remember it and think about it after you heard it. Even if you don't remember all the lyrics, you definitely remember that part of the song right there. And it kind of make you go back to the song just to hear more as far as the lyrical part of the song, but definitely know what the title of the song is.
Okay. How about you, Unquote?
For memorability, actually, I'll give him a 5 because, like I said, with delivery, just how I was expecting him to do more with the flow, with the hook, he nailed it because he changed his tone with that "I'm selfish," and that stuck in my head, and that's why it's memorable. So on that, he did what I wanted, and that's why I like it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, and I gotta give it a 5 too with the Jesus bars. Because it is exactly, you nailed it. It's that inflection that you put on it, and it's just I'm gonna be saying that tomorrow at work. Like, you know, I won't even know why, but it's there. You know what I mean? It's definitely catchy. So I guess we get it at a 4. What is that? A 4.5? But yeah, we'll go 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
All right, bet. And the last category is bangable. I know that sounds weird and twisted, but is this something that you think that you played in your car? Yeah, right. Pause. Yeah, can you bump this in your car, like, and be rolling?
I definitely could play this in my car, and I definitely play it kind of like one of them songs you play when somebody get on your nerves, or like somebody bothering you, and you want to relay a message without saying the message, so you kind of play a song that can express how you feel. I definitely will play that when I'm feeling a little selfish. Definitely. It's bangable.
Yeah. How about you,
So are we giving it a score, or we just say yes or no?
Yeah, say yes or no.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5 on
A bankable skill.
Bankable.
Okay, yeah. I think it's bankable too because it's very relatable. Because I think we all have selfish moments, no matter even with the story behind his reasoning for making this. We all can have a selfish moment. I mean, your wife can bother you about something. You're like, I'm selfish. Like, get off me. Like, I don't want to share with you right now. I know I have a lot of moments. You eating something, and she's like, let me have some. I'm like, I'm selfish. So I think it's bankable for sure. I give it a 4.
Yeah,
I'll definitely be using that in the household.
Hey, look, the whole time I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm petty AF. I'm petty AF, bro. Like I'm the type that be like, my girlfriend, she's screaming at the top of the lungs, I'm selfish, and then I just play it. Right. What do you say that? I would just play it. Boop, push the play.
Definitely.
But I give it a 5 scale. Like 5 on that too. It's definitely valuable. I ride with this thing hard, bro. Seriously. Pause. So I think out of this, on an average, out of all of the things I say, it's pretty much a 4, bro. Like you this is very solid work right here, man. Seriously.
I like that. I like it.
All right, so we have the next joint.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. It's all you. So the next joint is Let 'Em Go. Let 'Em Go featuring Barbaric Barry and King Mo. And King Mo is a shout out to the homie King Mo. He's another person who served his time for the country. Talented rapper and performer as well. Hopefully we get him on here real soon too. But here we go. Check this out.
The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my face is numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my face is numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. I'm hearing voices, but they coming from inside of me. I'm feeling numb, but my voice is speaking violently. When it comes to sadness, that doesn't apply to me. These ain't tears, my eyeballs sweating, people trying me. I remember on vacation, sleeping on the floor at my father's apartment. On the bed was his friends and horse. I was only 8 years old, asking what this treatment for. Pussy and friends was more important since the age of 4. I don't need them, fuck them, let them go. These pussy niggas were Haitian for pussy, just let them go. I can't trust none of you fuckers, you deceptive on the low. I'm still bleeding from wounds I thought I healed from years ago. I remember fighting for my homie cause I had his back. Niggas was grabbing his girl's ass, trying to feel her up. I jumped into fight because these niggas started to attack it. After I scrapped, I realized my homie ran away. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show.
The devil told me, here my homie, here go buy a rollie. The world is yours, go out like Tony, nostril full of cokie. My mama told me stop the coding, got me paranoid, hallucinating, losing patience, and some shots at police. My nigga had died, I'm willing to ride. Hell is on wheels in this vision of mine. I see heaven gates, I ain't getting denied. All I ever had was my pen and my pride. Trouble in line, I see through the sign. Ooh, double the side, could be Gemini. Ooh, grip my hammer, I'm feeling antsy, but stop the antics. Got Miss Diana on Dirty Family and Cotton Candy. Suicidal, the thoughts running through our memories. Swear I took so much planted pot, I'm a flower band. Lord save my soul, don't wanna sin no more. Lately I've been in the hole where the wind don't blow. Saw the sky open up as the angel sung slow. Take my hand, you're coming home.
The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. The devil's probably right, a dude like me don't need no friends. My vision's blurry, but I'm looking through a clearer lens. The page I'm writing on deduce me when I use the pen. When I it never seems to end. Niggas stole my game, but even though I let them borrow it, I couldn't believe I had to take that pill and just swallow it. As a teenager, I was learning niggas were savages. Developed my hands to distribute these physical damages. I don't need them, fuck them, let them go. Niggas were envious, shit and stealing, fuck them, let them go. Grab the semi-automatic, load the clip and let it go. Spray, motherfucker, spray, Satan told me let it go. I remember niggas try to stab me for a soccer game. Fuck them niggas, 5 against 1, that shit was really lame. If I could go back, I would run back in that house, grab that blade and run back out, then proceed to the violent route, die. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show. The devil told me I don't need no friends to let him go. The devil told me I don't need emotions, let him go. I'm fighting with my thoughts, my faces numb, can't let it show. Let it show, can't let it show.
All right, chat room is jumping right quick. NASA Keys talking about fire bars, bro. Little fire emojis.
Word appreciated, as the Keens.
And then he got the message. Proud of you, B. Put me up next, please. These guys know music. Well, thank you.
Why, thank you.
We try to do what we can do when we can do it, you know. But no, definitely reach out to us, NASA Keys. Barry, if you know NASA, put them in contact with me, see what we can do. All right.
Oh yeah, no problem. I will.
So, like the last question, like the last joint, the question is, what was your mindset with this song? Let it go.
So it had things in my head. Like I remember when I started rapping, I was like, I wanted to express myself, but it used to come out like really raw. Like every line had cursing in it, or every 2 words had cursing in it. So I just I couldn't express myself when I was just too I had too much emotion. So eventually, I got to a point where I was writing and I could actually express myself without it come out so raw. So I was able to start telling the story, what happened and why I'm upset about it, and why in your head sometimes you had that voice saying you don't need no friends. You could go about life just doing you. Don't worry about anybody, because this is how they treat you. So I just put that I put it there about instances that made me felt like that, and that's how that song came out.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's get to it. End quote. Start with you, brother. What you think of the songwriting?
I thought the songwriting was great. I got Nas vibes. Kind of telling a story. Very memorable chorus again. The King Mo was nice. He had a little switch up in his flow. He kept my interest. So yeah, I thought the song was good. Songwriting was good. Yeah, I give songwriting a 5.
Okay, Jesus bars. What's going on? What you think, Reds?
Yeah, I think I agree with him with the 5 with the songwriting. It was some bars in there. It was some memorable lines in there. Like you said before, the delivery is switched up, and then King Mo kind of came in with another different type of cadence and type of flow, so it kept your interest throughout the song. So I would give songwriting a 5 also.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I would give it a 4. There was one part, and the last verse that you did, it was a little bit off on one part, but to me, that's my inner Simon Cowell. But your attitude and the way you just came through, who cares? You know what I mean? That sold me. 5. You know what I mean? So I give you a 5 on that, brother. Jesus bars. You have the Jesus bars. You've obtained them. Right. So technical execution. Reds, what you got on the technical execution?
It was a good execution. I think he got his point across with the lyrics. The words that he used, the cadence that he used. Also, King Mo. I think they collaborated real well on that song as far as the technical execution. The beat was a nice, storytelling type beat. So the beat wasn't too busy. It was enough to drive the point home. So I'll give him a 5 on the technical execution of it.
Okay. We got end quotes. Come through.
I would have rated it higher, but I don't know if this is just a modern music industry thing. But for me, the song was too long. I don't think the last verse was necessary. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 3. Because I think after King Mo, and he did his little vamp album, the auto-tune thing, and then I think it could have faded out, and we could have, and we would have still been impressed. So,
okay, understood. Length of scale is that's a big part of it. So, for me, yeah, I mean, I can't give this to Jesus bars, but I definitely would give it, a 4. To me, it had Chronic vibes, man. Like or something like that, like the first Eminem album. It had that vibe to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta go just roll up and go ahead and smoke one out and get on my medication real quick and just roll. And I don't drive and medicate, by the way. But yeah, it definitely put me in a good place. And I enjoyed it. I definitely agree with end quote. It ran a little long, but like I said, I was so much in the vibe, it didn't even really matter. I was just like, oh, okay, cool, because the vibe is there. You know what I mean? Now, I love it. So I can't give it a 5, but I definitely give it a solid 4, a strong 4. So I think, what is that? The law of averages is what I like. That's a 4.2 or a 4. We just could keep it at a 4. Memorability.
Appreciate that.
No problem. End quote. What you think on memorability?
I think this one was very memorable too. The Let 'Em Go. Very repetitious, very easy to remember, kind of ear candy. For that, like I kind of got like a lot of his topics have been, what was that album by Kendrick Lamar, by Damn? And every song was like an emotion or a feeling or something. Like he's kind of been on that vibe with all these songs in his context. And so, yeah, I mean, I mess with it because obviously I'm a big Kendrick fan. So, but yeah, memorability, I'll give it a 4. I think it was a very memorable song.
Okay. Reyes.
Yeah, I would give it a memorability for me. I would give it a 4. It was one of them songs, not a 4. I would say a 3, because it was one of them songs that I can hear again, I can listen to again, but I wouldn't run back to listen to again. I think, like he was saying, he sure sticks to the topic as far as his context and what he's talking about. You could definitely tell that he has a story to tell, and it will make you interested in it because you want to hear the next story that's a part of his life. But for memorability, I would give it a 3. I think more some of the bars are more memorable than the song is. It's like one of the songs where, I like this bar, but I forgot what song it was on or something like that. But for that, I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Very solid. I like how you put that together, Rez. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 because, like I said, you don't just throw out the Chronic. You just don't. You know what I mean? And it just had that vibe. It just felt like it should have been on the record or the Chronic 2. What is it? 2011 or whatever. 2001. Sorry. Yeah, I totally desecrated that, didn't I?
Yeah, but I didn't get it. I was like, I didn't get the 2011 one. Damn, I need that. Now.
It was the EP. The beat it was dope. The like I said, like they said, the flow is on point. I can't bring myself to bring it anything lower than a 4. Again, maybe I've had time to absorb the music and listen to and ride to your music and stuff like that, and it just put me in the zone. So for me, it's a 4. So I mean, with that average though, I gotta think we gotta give it a 3.5. Where we are with this right now, for this song so far. But last one will probably bring that score up. Is it bangable? Rez, what you think?
I definitely think I would definitely listen to it again and succeed or offer to someone else to listen to again.
I love it. You got me laugh with the high voice.
I think him as an artist. I definitely think it's a good representation of him as an artist. Like I said, I'll listen to it. It just seems like so far what I'm listening from, it just makes me more intrigued to hear more. So it's kind of like I'm trying to go through everything to know more about him and then go back and dig into more as far as the lyrics and things like that. But it's definitely something you would want somebody to hear. So Bangable, I would give it a 4.
Okay.
I think it's something I would search for on there, but I'll definitely listen to it.
Okay. Quote.
Yeah, Bangable, I would give it a 4 too. It was, memorable song, like I said. Bars was dope. Like I said, the only knock I had was it was a little too long. So, I mean, yeah, that's why I would give it a 4. If the song was shorter, I'd probably give it a 5. But I'll give it a 4 because of length. Because it's, we're in our attention span is just too short these days. We're trying to consume too much. So.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Me, I'm against the attention span thing. I just like art is art. So that, but that's just my personal preference and my thought process with it. But I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. I think everything is in line with this. I mean, you got the perfect cameo, the perfect feeling and vibes. Everything it fit really well where it needed to go with this one. I definitely like this one. Well, let me say I love this one. The last one I liked it a lot. This one I love. I because it's just like, okay, I can vacuum the house and whatever, I'll go take my car to the car wash and I got this joint and just let it go. You know what I mean? Like that's it. It fit. So I give this one a 4. I give this one 4 too. So I think that all 4s in this.
I get a little bit of Lecrae vibes, a little bit.
I can see that.
This one, I get a little bit of Lecrae vibes. Yeah.
I can see that. Again, so that brings it back up. Like I said, that average takes it back up to about 4. So you got two solid 4 tracks. You know what I'm saying? So you're killing them so far, brother. Real quick before we go on, see, it's always one person in the room. So my co-host, my brother Nicholas Baker from 2 Flew West, did he just say I can vacuum to it? I'm just saying. Now I gotta break the 4th wall because when you say niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got a vacuum too. Okay, so there we go. I had to break the 4th wall. That's all I'm saying to you. You know what I mean? That's that. Nancy Keys said you different for sure. For sure. Sorry, I said for sure. Been out in LA too long. And Tony Nicole, she got I don't know what she's laughing at, but hey, but maybe I'll let it go.
I think she was laughing at the back of the
but probably. Indeed. And by the way, that's
definitely something.
You got your own insert the little cue card bangable joint, bro. That's awesome, bro. You should get a 5. That's awesome. We get ready to move on to
make some t-shirts. We need some t-shirts now. Bangable.
He said she laughing at me vacuuming. That's all right. Black folk, you know what I mean? That's the keys laughing too. So we go to the next song. and the final song that we got on here is "Rap with the Gods" by Barbaric Barry featuring Soup Cooler. So we're gonna check this out. Give this a second.
Barbaric, Soup Cooler, rapping with the gods. This ain't a game, this is re-rap, you don't really deal with facades. You bring up your whole squad or even an army won't even the odds. Put on the pen and the paper, get back to a regular job. Barbaric and Soup on the microphone, you can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods. This is a takeover, each of you rappers like Jay-Z and Nas. We flow on our image and likeness creating, can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods. I flow in my image and likeness for life on the track, just like God in the Garden of Eden. This apple of knowledge, I drop in the garden. I gather my homies and all of us eating. I feed them like Jesus, they getting this bread. Talking with us, we be eating this lead. A punch is dope like a fiend with the soul white. I'm giving an overdose, rock you to bed. Increasing my level, I'm moving like Goku and taking on devil type enemies. All kinds of pedigree, can't put the enemy. I fill up the cemetery, yes I will bury thee. Carry the hammer like Thor, leading my homies like Kratos. We strapped up and ready for war. Hercules when it comes to my mentality, flirting with death with my immortality. Stomping my demons, they taking these sneaker souls like a chance of fatality. Genetic brutality, any of these rappers dreams call it a final fantasy. Haters been praying for my downfall for so long, now I'm stuck with the gravity. Bitch, now I gotta come and hit them with an iller flow. Got your head bumping when I hit on every syllable. Got more with the pen, Barbaric is invincible. Smoking like Zeus when I reach my pinnacle. My points are pivotal. Get your mic jack like a smooth ass criminal, look how I do. Your bitch is wet like Poseidon, I didn't even sight it, cause behind your back she fucking the crew. My teachers used to throw shade at the pupils like dark glasses over eyes. He used to tell me that I wouldn't be shit, so all the fat would go to their face and their thighs. I used to do stupid shit, still doing stupid shit, like falling in love with some cupid shit. I got a heart, that's what I did with it. If it gets cool, I just kill with it. This ain't a game, this is re-rap, you don't really deal with facades. You bring up your whole squad or even an army won't even the odds. Put on the pen and the paper, get back to a regular job. Barbaric and Soup on the microphone, you can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods. This is a takeover, each of you rappers like Jay-Z and Nas. We flow on our image and likeness creating, can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods.
157, we ain't even at odds, bro. I got flow, aqua while I'm watching the oblongs of my long, bro. John Coffee could ride on, a pile on the bone, got me cuffing Verado. Caveman easy, running like it's time to wrap it up, can't blame Weezy. I'm slick like Rick, spit a flame so quick, wordplay so sick, got the game queasy. Hold up, no vaccination, they rap so basic, put them in formation, tell them at ease. No imagination, they lack hydration, got a heat cat, oh real reggae. Jinkies like I drop my glasses, my flow stinking like we'll drop some asses, my flow leaking, cheat codes like acid flow, he's seeking through the dome of fastest. Yeah, I got PTSD from mumble rap, then I throw the two deep, you fumble that. You can probably find me where the rumble's at, with a HOE like a Thundercat. I'm good love, don't want none of that. Beyond and above, what's under that? Soon as you drop the ball, I'ma run it back. Yeah, Gucci gang, 8 o'clock locked on you rappers with a lucid aim. Who's to blame? Stupid game radar block. Fuck you rappers with the stupid names. You netted up when the ruler came. I cleared the rain, bro. Use a lane. Shoot at me, yeah, you gain a little fame, but it sure be ashamed if you lose your brain.
This ain't a game, this is re-rap, you don't really deal with facades. You bring up your whole squad or even an army won't even the odds. Put on the pen and the paper, get back to a regular job. Barbaric and Soup on the microphone, you can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods. This is a takeover, each of you rappers like Jay-Z and Nas. We flow on our image and likeness creating, can't rap with the gods. Can't rap with the gods. Rap with the gods. Instrumental produced by GotDaBeats.
Indeed. Can't rap with the guys. But we're gonna go to the chat room real quick. Nancy Keys said, "Sheesh." That's cool, like for sure.
Share that, brother.
Tony Nicole ain't had no words for it. She was just like, dope. Yes. and then this see, this is what I'm black folk. You know what I'm saying? Nicholas Baker said, "Hey, I feel like I can fold clothes to it." You can't take black folk nowhere, you know what I mean? But nah, let's so as with the other ones, Barry, what was your thought process with this song?
Well, again, when I started doing my rap thing, I was more about like punchlines and all that stuff like that. And then artist development came later on with still storytelling. But I always like my first favorite rapper was Ludacris, and I remember he had a song called "Cry Babies" on or Word of Mouth. It was just back to back punchlines, and then after that song, I just always wanted a song where I had back to back punchlines. I had a crazy flow on it and everything like that. And I think for the song, I achieved that. Like, it was just back to back lines. I had a witty punchline with it and something clever to say. I had the flow. I went in and out of flow. I changed up my flow. I was rapping fast, and I really appreciate this song. And to have like I sent the song to the track to Supula, and I heard him rap before. I know he could rap, but I never heard him rap fast before. And then when he sent it back, I was just like, God damn. It's like, yo, he actually matched that energy. And like, I think like to me, this track was like my most perfect track.
Okay. Real quick before we jump back in, Nancy Keys said it's the hardest one for me. I agree.
Yeah.
Word to that, and that's on his word for sure. Brooklyn Band said that whole song was fire bars. All right, so you know what time it is. End quote. Songwriting. What you got?
I don't know what he said. He was rapping too fast. What I could make out was good. I guess I give it a 4. Songwriting. I wasn't a huge fan of the hook. I thought the hook could have been a little catchier, but I give it a 4 overall.
Okay. Reds, what you got?
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree. I give it a 4 also. I think it could have been more catchy ad-libs on it to kind of drive the point home a little bit, because it seemed like you said, one of them Ludacris type vibes. It had a lot of energy in the song, and the songwriter was a lot of energy, and I think the ad-libs could have expressed the energy a little bit more. So for songwriting, I would give it a 4. If it was better ad-libs, I would give it a 5. Like he said, he was rapping really fast, and I can catch on to some of the things that he was saying. And I give it a 4 as far as songwriting, because he definitely had to write a lot to get them bars out. If a little bit more clearer, yeah, you can ask for that. But when you getting that speed, sometimes you miss the pronunciation of a word. But as far as songwriting, I would give it a 4, 5 if it had better ad-libs.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna give it Jesus bars level. I looking at me, you wouldn't be able to tell that I was a rapper, but I've rapped pretty fast from time to time too, and I know how difficult that is. So I definitely understand exactly what you were doing. I think you articulated it pretty well. As far as the hook is concerned, I think the hook fit, because it was just like you said, it wasn't really designed to hit home with any kind of clear motive or thought process or evoke emotion. It was just straight lyrical wordplay.
I had with the hook, I had it. I just wanted to, because I had the Jay-Z and Nas thing. I don't know if y'all picked up on that. Either you rap, this is the takeover. Jay-Z had to take the song to take over when he was facing Nas, and then either you rappers like Jay-Z and Nas. So I just like it. It was just like a punchline in there just to be like, oh yeah, said that, you know.
Yeah. No. And like I said, I mean, again, and I totally understand Quote's perspective on it. So I'm not trying to take the veiled shots or anything. Like I said, but to be in that perspective when you actually do that and have to deliver those bars, I understand how difficult that is. This is not, it's easy to speak on, but it's difficult to actually do. And I loved it. I thought it was dope. So I had to give you and then you had to drop the Super Saiyan, with the sensu beam jump. I picked up on that too. So I was like, oh, okay, he got the sensu beam. So yeah, I give you a 5 on that. Technical execution. Rez, what you got?
I think it was executed very well. I think, like you said, as far as the technical part of rapping real fast with speed, I always admire rappers that can do that, because I can't do it. You know, it's you wouldn't even understand nothing I'm saying if I had to rap that fast. But, so I admire other artists that do it at that speed. It was a good technical execution, and the hook, like you said, it fit in there. Technically, it fits in there some way, somehow. I guess it breaks up the energy a little bit. It gives you a chance to take a breath and, you know, step back for a minute before you get back into it. So I think technical execution, the beat was dope. I give it a 5 on technical execution, because it's hard to pull that off as far as that speed and, you know, stand on the beat and doing all that and try to be clear about what you're saying. Yeah, I give it a 5 as far as execution.
Okay. Bet. Quote, what you think?
Yeah, I give it a 5 as well. One thing I can say about Barbaric Barry, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
He picks great features. He picks great people to complement him. So, like, it worked with their flows. One was, you know, he was like on some 90s Busta Rhymes, Twista type vibe. And then, you know, his feature came with a whole nother vibe, which, I mean, I thought that was dope. That's what kept me. So, I mean, I give his technical execution a 5. And they both roll the beat like flawlessly. So, yeah.
Okay. You get a 5 in quote now. Nah, it's a joke. Tech execution, I give it a 5 too. You get the sense of beating bars. Like the delivery was fire. The song, it laid right where it needed to lay at. The beat was pretty ampish. Like, okay, cool. Or I could get amped up on this. You know, I could do more to fold close to it. I mean, you know, so
or vacuum.
Or vacuum. Vacuum is a skill. Okay, first of all, you know. But
that was definitely clean your whole house on. I was definitely cleaning the whole house on.
This is a song I could work out to.
That is.
It is. It has a lot of energy. And you know, I think it's one of them drive to work type songs too. When you're driving to work, when you're having a sluggish day, and you just need a little pick me up, that energy, you know, bang out a little bit in the car before you pull up and deal with the world, you know, something like that.
I can dig it.
This is definitely more than vacuuming. This is more than a vacuum. This is like a Roomba type vacuum type.
Tony the Cold is Fuego 100, but then she also said vacuuming is definitely a damn skill, especially on beat. Okay, thank you. Somebody gets it with the vacuum. You know, luckily she saved me. And so memorability. We're gonna go to you, Reds. What you got on memorability? What's your thoughts?
I definitely remember. It's very. I'll give it a 5 on memorability because I want to hear it again. You know, I'm already like I want to hear it again, just to hear the try to break down the rapper that was rapping with speed, and also just it's a good energy song. And you get a good vibe from it. It gives you good energy. Good vibes. I definitely want to hear it again. Definitely to break down the bars. You know, I kind of listen to things first as attractive. You know, it's like kind of like a woman. You're attracted to it first, and then once that happens, you want to get to know it. You want to get to know it. You know what I'm saying? And you break it down like that. That song was very attractive. That was a pretty woman song, and now I want to get to know what's going on with this pretty woman. So that's how I feel about it. So I say a 5 from them.
I be wanting to get to know it too. Hey, Cole, how about you, bro?
That was a heck of an analogy, man. I like that. I really do.
Yeah,
that was a heck of an analogy.
Hey, brother, you landed that plane for sure.
It was a little shaky at first, Brad. You know, That's just how it is. You look at it for attractiveness, then you want to know. If you're not attractive, you're not going to want to know nothing about it.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
That part.
Yeah, I give it a 5 as well because Rap with the Gods definitely stuck in my head. Like I said, I thought the hook could have been better, but even though it still stuck on me though. Like the Rap with the Gods and the repetition, the Jay-Z and Nas, the different lines he said. So I give it a 5 because I do remember it and it is memorable. And like I said, I could work out to it and probably get me amped, while I'm sweating and going hard. So yeah, absolutely, I give it a 5.
Indeed, I be trying to sweat when I get to know her too. You know what I'm saying?
Is this before or after you rap?
Before and after. Memorability. I think this is a very memorable song. This definitely is very memorable. I give this a 5. I don't want to say this is my favorite one because I can't do that to the other two. But this is definitely a very memorable song for me. I give this a 5, 1,000%. This is one people will talk about for sure. You know what I mean? And it deserves the proper promo to get it where get it where you need to go for sure. So
definitely a dope visual or a dope video really set that song off a lot. If you can make a visual video that can relate to what y'all talking about. Definitely like one of them funny type, like vibe type videos. I think it'd be real catchy.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree with that. Well, yeah, me and him could up there and actually do a shoot for it because he's in Texas. I'm up there.
Oh, Barbaric, I got a question. I noticed in all the songs you shout out the producer at the end. You say instrumental produced by. And I thought I've never heard anyone do that. Typically, they have a tag on the beat, or you just read the liner notes, or it's on the cover art. But interestingly, what made you do it that way of all ways?
Because I read the contract every time. Like when I get the beat, I try to read the contract. So I was saying it was saying give credit. And also, I think producers, they should get credit. I mean, when I started rapping first, I wasn't doing it. But then eventually I was just like, I appreciate, because, without the beat, you're not going to, you can't rap without the beat. And especially for the beat I choose, I'm very particular about beats I choose. So, to hear a good beat and be able to, it makes you enthusiastic and it makes you excited to write about it. And brings out the best of you on the track. I think a producer needs credit. Needs to be shown credit for that also. So that's why I started doing it.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely different too. Definitely out the box for sure. And being a producer, I'm like, I wish more people would shout the name out, But whatever, you definitely did your thing with it. Hold on, we got something in the chat room, and then we can hurry up and do. Okay, here we go. Free Life said they got you on the video, B.
Oh, weird.
See, there it is. This is what we do.
Up there, though.
Make sure you put the vacuum in the video.
Make sure you put people vacuuming in the video.
For sure. For sure.
Good idea.
And watch, y'all kidding, but the vacuum sales is gonna go up tremendously after this. Watch. Producers are the unsung heroes of every genre. Yes, we are. Thank you very much.
And engineers.
But you a producer too, bro. Like you.
Hey, I got some.
See, people, you know what I'm saying? Like people just gotta go extra. All right. So the last on this is Bangable. What you think? Bangable? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah, I think it's bangable. Like you said, the title itself make you want to listen to it to say, oh, you say what rap the God. So what? So that make you automatically want to listen to it. But bangable, I definitely want to listen to it again. Definitely to dissect it and kind of let. I kind of got a feel for him as far as his story, and like I said before, it makes you want to hear more because it sounds like he's real revealing through his music with emotional trials and tribulations or things that he's been through in his life, and you definitely can hear it through his music. So it definitely would make me want to not only hear that song again, but just hear a complete 4, 5, 6, 7 songs. You know what I'm saying? To see definitely what his direction is. But I'll give it a 5 on Bangable. I'll definitely listen to it again.
Okay. Quote.
Yeah, I give it a 5 as well because, like I said, it it has the energy, had really good energy, and when a song can evoke emotion in you or get you to do what it's trying to get you to do, then that means it was done well. So I would say I would give it a 5 as well as Bangable, for sure.
Yeah, and I concur with that. I give it a 5 too. It's definitely something I can vacuum to, and as Tony Nicole said, that's gonna be the new criteria for artists. But can you vacuum to this shit? You see what I'm saying? And it's my job as the moderator to create trends, okay? Stuff that people talk about, okay? So
if you can't vacuum to it, then it's a sweeper song. You got to sweep it, and it's not good to sweep. So
you don't want to be
good. You don't want to be a broom. Don't be a broom.
You don't want to be at somebody's house that got dust bunnies everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta get the vacuum out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, I definitely get this a 5. I think it's dope, man. And I think look, bro, at the end of the day, you have a very very good skill set with everything that you do. All 3 of the songs are fire and somewhere high on the level. You know what I mean? I don't know what that we got a competition for an overall score, but in the grand scheme of things, bro, I mean you got fire content. I think you just need more promotion and marketing behind you to get you where you need to go. And like I said, as long as I'm breathing, as long as I got a platform, brother, like anything you got, put it out. We need to put that kind of thing out in the world, man. The world
definitely hit me up as far as the couch on Facebook and IG, because I definitely want to hear more. Like I said before, your music makes you want to hear more about you as an artist, and that's one thing that a lot of artists are lacking nowadays as far as making their music is from the era that I grew up in, or a lot of us grew up in, is you get to know the artist through his music. Like sometimes with social media now, you see the artist all the time, but back then you view the artist through his music, and you probably never seen him. You probably never seen his face before, but you know all his music. Right. It's some songs that we hear, and you be like, I ain't know no black person sung that, or I didn't know a white person sung that, because it was more emotional impact of what the music did for you. So you definitely make music that I want to be more interested in and hear more about. But overall, everything, I would give about a 9.5. I would say, the 3 songs, I would give it about a 9.5. Couple little speed bumps, but I think overall it's a nice ride. It's a nice ride, and it intrigues me to just want to get to know more about you as an artist and listen to more of your music.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think you definitely got a good thing going here. I think I have a question actually. Who mixes your songs?
Well, I think Selfish was I did it was a home recording, and I sent that to here in Texas, and then the next 2, Rap with the God and Let Him Go, was a guy named Ritz, and he I think he had worked with Cassidy. So as soon as he mixed like Let Him Go and Rap with the Gods, I kind of heard like a difference. Like he knew what he was doing, and and he knew where to put the pauses and all that stuff like that. So those 2 were good. Selfish, I kind of wanted to redo that in a studio, but I haven't got the opportunity to. So whenever I got the opportunity, I'll try to do that again.
Okay, because you could do. Engineers can do a lot for your records as far as like giving them life, giving them emotion. You know what I'm saying? Making things stand out that you really want to drive home. So, you know, those little things can make you take your songs to even another level. You know, so that's just something to kind of consider as far as going forward. You know, I try different engineers. Every engineer has a different sound, a different skill set. So definitely.
Right. Okay. And these are in this, and just I definitely wanted to throw out here. Everybody on this joint is knowledgeable and has a certain skill set and aptitude at music. Red actually is a recording artist as well. He has quantifiable music that you can Google and find. Quote has work that's on social media and on the World Wide Web that you can find. You know, I tell everybody, Google me, you'll find me somewhere. You know, at the end of the day, but that's the biggest thing. The biggest takeaway from this whole process is at the end of the day, you know, you're a brother with talent, and that's what we want to find. And we want to talk about things in a way that so that people understand how the industry really works. And you know, we want to be able to hold you up and say, hey, this is a guy. He's dope. Check him out. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to do with a lot of different artists. But the thing I would say about you is that I think you need to lean into your story more. And you know, brothers, Red's quote, if you really want to learn more about him, I'll shoot you the link for you, so that way you can see you hear his backstory. And even then, he didn't even really get fully into the story, and I wasn't even trying to push him for it. But he has an amazing story, and knowing that about him, hearing what he's putting out is crazy. You know what I mean? So I think the biggest thing I want you to understand, Barry, is that, you know, people, you know, nobody cares who you are unless everybody cares who you are. Okay.
Yeah.
So
message.
You need to make sure that you know, lean into the things that make you phenomenal, because your talent is amazing, but you could be better than amazing just by people wanting to know more about you, because they see the hurdles you jumped over. You know what I mean? The things that made you what they're listening to. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. It's like that'll give you that glow, like the Last Dragon. When you reach the final level, you know, only there you can glow. You know, and I think that's the thing. I think when you do that, ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you. And then I'm gonna have to tell people like, hey, look at the beat, because we had them first, you know, because we got even home, you know. So that's all I have to say about it. Guys, you got any finishing touches that you want to say, any shout outs or so forth and so on? Let's start with you, Reds, really quick.
Yeah, definitely you on your way. You got a good thing going. A couple of, you know, it's just like a used car. A couple oil change and a little tune up, and you be ready to go. You be ready to ride. But yeah, I just want to shout out my brother Donnie B. I want to thank all you brothers for allowing me on this platform tonight. Look forward to listen to more of your music. You know, I really like what you got going on. I just want to say, you know, blessing kings, and make sure y'all check out The Couch every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. You can submit your music at The Couch, CHA. Couch live music review at gmail.com. We on Facebook at The Couch, also on IG at The Couch Music Review. It's been a blessing, man.
Yeah, and I co-signed this brother right here. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all only knew the stuff that we went through, bro. Like, you know,
definitely.
But this is my guy, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, doubt. Make sure you hit him up. Quote. You got anything? Any shout outs?
Well, I want to thank you for bringing me on. It was kind of last minute, but we made it work. So yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for bringing me on. Thank you for sharing your music with us, Barry, because it takes balls to do that. Everybody makes music and calls themselves creatives, and everybody got an opinion. And so the fact that you had the balls to go on a podcast on the internet where everybody can see it, play your music, take criticism like you are to be, you know, like that. That is commendable, I should say. So, you know, I just want to give you kudos and props for that. And then all that I'm going to say is, I know you probably spend money on tracks. You probably spend money on studio recordings. You probably spend money on a lot of stuff, but make sure you put aside money for advertising, because I think a lot of rappers forget to do that. They spend money on everything except promotion. And it's like, that's the most important thing to your records. Like, nobody cares about your records unless people hear it. So make sure you always have a budget. Just like major corporations, they always have a budget for events and promotion and marketing and all that stuff. You got to do the same thing with your craft. So, you know, that's all I wanted to say, man, just to, you know, help you and anybody else watching. So,
yeah, now let me piggyback on that too.
Yeah, appreciate that.
A quote. So actually, too, quote is going to be on the next edition of the Beat, February 25th. Make sure you get to you know, decipher his code and learn more about who he is and what he's done. You get to hear some of his products. So you guys stay tuned to that. And I would definitely like to say too, I piggyback off of what he's saying, man. That advertising dollar is crazy, bro. It's everything, and it goes directly into what I said. Nobody cares who you are unless everybody cares who you are. You know what I mean? That's 1,000. If you don't learn nothing else out of the night, you need to know that. You know, and how everybody sees you is how everybody's going to take you. Period. So, you know, like I said, you got a great thing here, brother. You got mad talent, mad skills. Your production, your ear is tight. You got the right features. You know what I mean? But you got to put yourself in front of everybody, and you know, dedicate yourself to that. And then you got my back phone, bro. So hit me if you want pointers, or you know, if I can help point you in the direction, I absolutely will.
No problem. Appreciate that.
You got any last words or any shout outs or anything you want to throw out?
Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys like taking the time to, you know, to listen to my music, you know, and, you know, give me whatever criticism, whatever, like being real, and let me know what you didn't like and what you did like. And plus I learned a lot of things, so like what you guys actually look for. I kind of like new to me for tonight. So I learned something new to me, what I could apply to my tracks next time I'm writing. You know, shout out to Naza Keens for watching. Shout out to Tony, my fiance, for watching also, and then, you know, showing support to everybody who was in the chat. So thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Indeed. Like I said, man, look, you know, the Beat is something special, man. This is the type of platform that I really want to take, and for people to have an understanding that the Beat is designed specifically with real world intention and real world application. These are people that I bring on the show. These are people who are doing it or have done it. Period. Not no fugazi little thing like, oh well, you know, you think you know, or they bought views, or they bought this, or they bought that. These are people that have done it, are doing it flat out. You know what I mean? And we definitely want the best talent, the best unsung heroes, the most known unknowns. That's what I'm looking for. But I definitely want to bring up everybody and leverage the playing field with this industry, because the industry has always had the power, bro. And at the end of the day, if you put more people like us in front of, they can't stop us. Not if we know what we're doing. You know what I mean? So that's really what this whole thing is designed to do. I'm emphatic and thankful for all of you guys, all of you for your time. Because I wouldn't have the Beat if I didn't have people on the Beat to interview, or people on as guests to help. You know what I mean? But all of you guys, I know y'all in some shape, form, or fashion, some capacity, and I have a platform. This is my job to put my people in position to play ball. You know, so that I take that real seriously, and I got each and every one of you. Barry, I appreciate you for your time, and you know I got you, brother. I think you phenomenal, man. Just you know, heed the words that we give you, and you know, just keep your ear to the ground with any other new words that anybody else give you. But stay humble, brother. That's a divine feature that you got, man. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna kill him with that, you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Donnie B got the beats. We're not really stable as far as time by way of the Beat is concerned, but we definitely have episodes. You know when I know when we have them. Stay tuned. Keep your ears to the ground, your eyes peeled. Stay vacuuming. And throw it out there. And for the love of God, everybody I do have to say this though, seriously, all seriousness. Everybody in the South, everybody in the Southeast, in the Northeast, please, my thoughts, prayers with you, with all of the cold and all of the temperatures that you guys are facing. It's unfortunate. I had to move to LA to get away from that. So, I mean, I don't want to rub that in nobody's face, but that's why I was like, bro, I can't. But my thoughts and prayers is with everybody out there, man. Stay heated. If you can get a hold of some water, feel free to, not feel free, but do it. Obviously, but, thoughts and prayers with you. And it's still COVID. So still stay masked up and so forth and so on. And Tony Nicole said facts. And I think we'll leave it there with Tony Nicole. But Donnie B got the beats. You live on the beat. And somebody had something to say real quick?
I'm good. Blessings, Kings.
I'm good.
Right. And we out. Peace.
Donnie B.